everybody. How are you guys? I'm going to give everyone just a moment to hop on. In full disclosure, the little thing that I used to prop up my phone on my computer literally just fell off. So I tried to stick it back up today, just now. If my phone falls off again, I'm sorry, I'll go figure out something else, but we're live. That's what happens. I'll try and catch it. Hopefully it won't be too, there it goes. See, I told you. All right, we're gonna just figure this out here. Let's try this. Okay, gonna have to get a new one. Well, hi you guys, I'm Blair. Thanks for hopping on today to learn a little bit more about our business, what we do as reps. I just wanna check this one more time and make sure I don't think it's going anywhere. Okay, well, here it is what it is. It's summertime, the kids are all home. I just apologize ahead of time. I'm sure you guys are home too, watching with your little ones running around. All right, this is just fair game because it's summer, right? That's the beauty of this business. We get to do it whenever, wherever, with all the kids at home. All right, so if you are jumping on, that means you are interested in learning more about our business and what we do as ZYIA reps. So I'm gonna go through all of the most frequently asked questions that I get asked as a rep. If you have other questions though, go ahead and put them in the comments and we'll answer either during or after if I see them pop up, okay? So here we go. Like I said, I'm Blair Sells. I have been a ZYIA rep now for over 2.5 years, and I am just so excited to share with you why this company, why this brand is blowing up, why I think it would be really amazing for you to check it out with us, and just share some of my perspective after being in this business now for almost 3 years. So I am a mom of 2 boys. I live in Colorado. They are 11 and 8 and totally busy, rowdy boys. But I love that I have the ability to be their mom and also have the ability to run a full-time successful business. And while you're listening to this today, it doesn't matter if you have a few hours a week to give, if you want to run this full-time like I do or anything in between, we've got space for you here and you are welcome here. So kind of keep that in mind while we're talking today, that there's no one right way to run your business, all right? We're super flexible. I think that is really ultimately what has gotten us through the last few months during COVID. In fact, we've had our very best months as a company since March. I can't even believe it. To be honest, I was a little worried come April, May. I'm like, what's gonna happen? Well, you know what? We just showed COVID who's boss, because our teams are crushing it, our business is crushing it, and you're at the right place at the right time. So ZYIA Active was founded in February of 2017 by our sweet CEO, Aaron Bradley. I shared Aaron's story in this Discover ZYIA group, so you can go ahead and take a peek, but it is really meaningful. That crescent moon that you see is a symbol of her vision that night. She was on a moonlit hike with some of her girlfriends in Utah, and it was snowy and it was cold, and they were all trying to kind of help each other out on this trail. And that moon was not a full moon, it was a crescent moon, and it was still enough to just brighten up the path, brighten up the trail. And she looked around and saw all these women helping each other and just knew that in that moment, she wanted to create something with a community. And that's what you're gonna find at ZYIA. In fact, we have 4 pillars from which we operate, 4 pillars from which our brand is founded on. And the first is community, activity, light, and uplift. And those are the pillars that make this so much more than just about selling leggings, you guys. We have amazing leggings. I'm sure a lot of you have tried them. If you haven't yet and you're in this group, you're gonna have to try a pair. But it's really so much more than that. And in fact, that's why I coined my team, Team Uplift. That's really the one that resonated with me the most. And it just makes me so happy to see all of the good that we do as a company to really embody these 4 pillars. So it makes me really, really proud to be a ZYIA rep. I also wanted to let you know before we kind of dive in, if you are unfamiliar with our brand, we operate a lot like a boutique. So we keep a lot of limited seasonal inventory that comes in and out. That's what keeps our styles fresh and fun and unique. And we also have staples. A lot of those are seasonal staples. If you've shopped with us before, you've seen that, like our joggers, our bomber bras, our all-star bras. And sometimes we get new colors of those, but those are always staple items that you'll see. And then we have new releases every single Wednesday, which is the best. I came from another direct sales company where I had customers coming back to me all the time for, new face wash, lotions, things like that when they ran out. And that was really my biggest concern with this is how many times am I gonna get people to come back and get new leggings? And then I found out, okay, we launch new items every single Wednesday, which gives me a way to connect with my customers every single week. And they do come back and shop every single week. So this is just a brilliant, genius, smart plan that we've put in place. And it gives us a way to turn a non-consumable product like a pair of leggings into a reach out every single week. So I think that's really amazing. Our customers love it. Us as reps, we always get excited to see what we're gonna come out with every Wednesday too. All right, so a little bit of my background and how I came into this. I was sitting in a parking lot waiting for my husband to come out. We were getting some like New Year's Eve goodies, and I was sitting in my car and I was going through those DMs in your Instagram. And I think you know the folder I'm talking about. It's the one where you usually get like weird spammy requests, messages, and I never check it. I thought, okay, I'm just gonna sit here and scroll through and like delete some of these ones. And there was a message sitting in there from somebody called ZYIA Gal. And I was like, what is this? I don't even know what this is. But I just felt something to click on it. And so I did, I opened it up and it was this message from a girl named Chrissy Tager. And she and I shared no mutual followers, no mutual friends. And she messaged me and she said, hey, I see you like working out from home. I think you'd really love this new activewear line. I just started repping. Why don't you check it out? And sent me a link. And I looked down at what I was wearing, all activewear, and I clicked on our website and I was immediately a yes. I think the only thing I asked Chrissy was, how do you pronounce ZYIA? Is it like Zia? How do you pronounce it? And that was the only question I had because I knew at that moment that this could be what my family needed. We really, we were struggling, you guys. We were living paycheck to paycheck and I was running another successful business, but it wasn't making up for, I was staying at home full time with my boys and I was really thinking, okay, I'm gonna have to go back to work. I'm gonna have to find another job to kind of make these ends meet. I wanted to take them on a trip. And so what happened was when I was sitting there in that parking lot, looking at that website, I said, okay, you know what? If nothing else, I'm gonna share my shopping link with a few of my friends. Maybe they will want to order because all my friends wear activewear anyway. We all live in it. A lot of my friends worked out from home and we want high performing gear. And so that was my thought process. And if I could save a couple $100s a month to take my kids on an actual vacation, that's what I really wanted. So I said yes. And like I mentioned, I was running another business at the time. My husband traveled. At that time, he was gone every single week, you guys, which if you're a single mom, if you are a military spouse, if your partner travels a lot, it's hard. It is really hard. And so I could only devote a few hours a week to my ZYIA business at the beginning. But I kept coming back to it and I kept thinking, oh my gosh, this is fun. Like I kept trying to sneak in little bits here and there because it felt like a creative release for me. And it felt like that I was passionate about helping people feel strong and confident and sexy and beautiful in this gear that I love. And so those couple hours a week, I was really motivated and I said, okay, if I have 2 or 3 hours this week, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna reach out to some of my friends. I'm gonna see if they want to host some online events for me on Facebook so I can share this gear with everybody else. I'm just gonna start getting my name out there in my community, and that's what I did. And we're gonna talk in just a minute about some ways that you can run your business, but that's kind of what I started with. And I am living proof, you guys, that you can do a whole bunch in a little bit of time if you're focused. I always say that busy people are the best people for this job because busy people know how to get stuff done. And I came for the discount, but I stayed for the dream. And it has brought my family so much that I didn't know that I was missing a girl gang. I signed up to save a couple $100s a month, and now my family is completely out of debt. We are financially free. I have the freedom of time. This is something that I never knew 2.5 years ago that I wanted or needed or would get from this business. And so I'm just asking you to keep an open mind while you're listening, and talk to your friend who invited you here. Let them know what you're looking for. Let them know what's missing in your life, and we can talk through how ZYIA can be a solution for that, okay? So I know that everybody's busy. It's summertime. It's been the longest summer, right? We're on like 5 months of summer right now. So we're not looking for other things to add to our plate. Are you? I'm not. I wasn't looking for something else to add to my plate. But what I found was the second that I said yes to this business opportunity was when everything changed. And the money that we were missing, I thought, okay, I'm gonna work my tail off and make that up, and I did. The time that I was missing, trying to do all these other things, I got that back. It is just, like I said, I can't describe it. I love this girl gang so much. Okay, so now I'm gonna go quickly through some of the most commonly asked questions that I get asked as a rep. And I know some of you asked these on in our group the other day, so we'll kind of go through it in a little more detail. But first of all, how much does it cost? What's the investment? And it is a $295 starter kit. It used to be $395 once COVID hit, and everybody was kind of freaking out and wondering what's their next step, what's their next move. People are being furloughed, people are losing jobs. We decided at this point we need to lower our cost to start indefinitely. So it's gonna remain $295 until whenever. I mean, it might just be like that forever going forward. But what that gets you are 5 staple pieces, and these change throughout. Okay, so if you want to know the current starter kit, just talk with your friend who invited you here, or go to her website, and if you click the join button at the top of her website and scroll down, it'll show a picture of our most recent kit. Okay, so you're gonna get 5 staple pieces in the sizes of your choice. When I signed up as a rep, we couldn't pick our sizes. We didn't even know what we were getting. It was just like a surprise box. All right, and so you get a box that is automatically geared for you to wear and share right off the bat. Plus, you get a $100 gift certificate to use on anything you want, which is so fun. That's like a free shopping spree, right? You also get your back office free for 2 months. So your back office and website free for 2 months, and then you get a whole bunch of marketing materials to get you started. Catalogs, order forms, everything you need, all right? All delivered in this fun little box. So I say, just in the same way that a restaurant can't open without food, we cannot start a business without at least a little bit of gear, all right? You're gonna wanna have something for your friends to either touch, feel, try on, show online. I mean, I do the bulk of my business online, so I just at least want some things that my friends can see. We do not have to have inventory, which is the very best part. We do not have to spend thousands of dollars and fill up a room in a closet with ZYIA gear. I'm my own best customer, so that has kind of happened over the last 2.5 years, but not because we've had to, just because I want to, and that's all I ever wear. All right, so $295 is your starter kit. Are there monthly minimums to maintain? That's another question I get asked a lot, and the simple answer is no, there aren't any monthly minimums. To remain an active rep at ZYIA, they want us to sell $300 every 6 months. That includes your own purchases. So like I said, I'm my very best customer. I can do that in a heartbeat. But if there are months that you need to step off the gas with ZYIA, if there are months that life happens, because it does, and you can't devote any time to your business, that's fine. You're not penalized. That being said, there are 3 targets as reps that we like to shoot for. And I'll just kind of spell those out quickly for you. So $200 of sales every month, that's going to get your paycheck. All right. So if you're just shopping for yourself, if you just sign up for the discount, you don't make commission on those items because you're using your rep discount anyway, which is 25%. So that is not a big deal. You can just buy for yourself and use that discount, that rep discount. But if you are selling items to other people, you're going to want to make sure that you at least hit that $200 of sales, and that includes your own stuff, but just remember you don't get paid on that on top of your commissions. But $200 a month is going to get your paycheck, all right? $600 a month is going to get your website free for that month. So remember, with your starter kit, you get that website free for 2 months, your first 2 months. And then after that, it's $15 a month going forward. That's the only reoccurring fee we have, but you can literally never pay your website. If you want to say, hey, my goal every month is a free website, and I'm going to sell $600 of ZYIA gear to get that website, that's a great goal, all right? And then the third tier that you want to work for, if you really want to, hit the ground running, is to sell $1,000 or more in a month, and that gets you an extra bump in your commission. And I'm going to talk about pay in just a second. But so $200 paycheck, $600 free website, $1,000 or more, you're going to get that commission bump. And my average order, just so you guys know, is about $110. So if you think about it, that's 10 orders a month. And again, that includes your own stuff too. All right. So how do we get paid? That's always a fun one, right? Everybody loves payday. We start off by making 20% commission on anything that we sell to our customers. So if you have shopped with your friend that invited you here, and she's going to start off by making 20%. Now, as we sell more throughout the month, then that commission goes up. And as you rank advance in the company, that commission goes up. So remember, if you sell 1,000 or more, your commission is going to bump up from 20% to 28% right away, which is awesome. But you do, actually, nope, I just skipped that. See, I have notes. I've been doing this for a really long time and I still have stuff written down. I didn't want to skip this part. If you decide to build a team at ZYIA, then that is where, that long-term paycheck is really going to come into play. So you do not have to build a team. I know my friend Mary asked that in one of the questions. You do not have to build a team at ZYIA. And we have a ton of reps who just want to sell to their friends. I mean, that's what I signed up to do. And that's totally fine. You can make an awesome paycheck. You can sell all day long, make your, 28 plus commissions a month, and that's fantastic. If you want to build a team, then you also make commission on your downline sales as their mentor and as their leader. So your sponsor, your friend who invited you to this group, to this chat, can kind of walk you through a little bit more about that compensation plan. But also, if you click the join button at the top of her website and scroll down, it'll show you kind of that breakdown. And I would just say, don't get bogged down in the numbers. In fact, I didn't even care what they were. I was just like, okay, I can make commission from my friend's sales. Like, that's all I started off with. But if you want to learn a little bit more right away, it's under that join tab, so you can take a peek. Let's see. Oh, bonuses and incentives. We have a lot of fun stuff that ZYIA does as a corporation. They really, really, really put their reps first, you guys. And that's the thing that I've loved so much about this, is that most months, not every month, but most months, we have something fun to work toward just for doing our jobs. Like this month, they're offering us cash for selling and for bringing on new teammates. They are also entering us to win one of 10 Peloton bikes. All right, there are lots of fun things. We just got done with a custom Nike promotion, Apple Watches like this one, trips. I mean, 2020 we've had to kind of move around some of our trips, but in the past, we've had these amazing trips that you can earn as a brand new rep. We also have executive trips, and this past January, they took us to Thailand. Thankfully, we got back before all this hit. Otherwise, we might still be there and I'd be running my business from Thailand, but it was really, really amazing. So just know that ZYIA offers lots of fun things every single month to kind of keep us motivated, and it's just kind of fun for doing our jobs. All right, almost done, guys. How do you get sales? That is another question I get asked a lot. And if you think about it, there are really just 3 ways for people to get involved with ZYIA. They can shop with you. Like, I'm sure a lot of you on this chat right now are current customers, so they can shop with you, they can host with you, and they can join with you. Now, since we're already talking about the joining part, I'll just talk quickly about the shopping and hosting. But if you haven't shopped at ZYIA, or if you haven't hosted an event yet, these are a couple ways that you can kind of introduce your network to ZYIA. So anytime your customer wants to shop with you, they can just hop right on your website. They can check out. They don't need to check out under a party. They can just buy what they want anytime. All right. There's no monthly like subscriptions or anything like that. They can simply shop with you. You make commission. It's awesome. All right. I have a VIP group that I started a couple years ago, and it's just my little collection of my customers who I love and adore. And a lot of them have been with me since the beginning, and it's just a fun group. So that is the group that, I've kind of fostered over the last few years, and love, love, love those customers in there. It's probably my favorite part of the job. And if you decide that you want to do some parties as a rep, you do not have to do parties, but if you decide that that's how you want to get into activity, then you can find hostesses. Hostesses at ZYIA make really awesome rewards. And maybe some of you have been a host in the past, but you can get free and half off gear by hosting your own party, by finding hostesses to do parties with you. And I would say 99.9% of my business is done on Facebook parties. When I first started, like I said, my husband was gone all the time. Now I have my 2 little boys at home, so I couldn't really go out and do nightly events or things like that. So a lot of mine were just online, maybe while they're at school, or doing a bag drop at a friend's house. I would just put together a couple of pieces that I think she'd really love and go ahead and drop them off at her house. You can do vendor events at gyms once kind of things start opening back up. Yeah, I don't know how this is all gonna work, but in the past, I would partner with a local studio or gym and set up a little table, and people would just come check it out and shop through there. So lots of different avenues to run your business. And some people love in-person events. Like if you want to get a group of girlfriends together, a bottle of wine or some green juice, and just try on some leggings, that is so fun too. So there are lots of different ways to do that. So that's really how we make money, all right? Commissions from our sales. And then when you do activities like hosting parties and things like that, then you're in front of lots of new people, which is a really great way to build that customer base right off the bat. And then if you decide, like I said, to build a team, that opens up a whole other income stream. All right, so we can kind of talk through that. You can talk with your sponsor about what that goal looks like for you, what you're really hoping to achieve with your ZYIA paycheck, and that then we can kind of work backwards. Like, all right, then how much activity do we need to do if you want to make $300 a month, 500,000, 10,000, whatever that is for you? We can kind of work backwards. All right. Last but not least, for those of you who have never done direct sales before, have never sold retail before, which clothing was brand new for me too, you might be thinking, I don't know if this is for me. I don't know. I have no experience in this. And let me just say, first of all, the bulk of our ZYIA reps have not had direct sales experience before. A lot of them work full-time careers and do ZYIA on the side, or work full-time careers and have freaking amazing ZYIA businesses on the side. So there's a mix of everybody, but I would tell you that when you enroll, you are going to be surrounded with amazing resources. And we've got new rep trainings. We have a really amazing group in Team Uplift with lots of resources. We do company calls. We just finished up this best practices series that's been amazing. And your sponsor will be your rock going forward, okay? She's gonna be the one that you can go to with questions that you have. And if she doesn't know, she'll ask somebody else. This community has really been above and beyond what I ever thought it could be. And you know the quote, the rising tide lifts all boats. That is what I feel about the ZYIA community, because it doesn't matter whose team you're on, whose downline you're on, everybody's here to help each other. And I think one of the best things about being a new rep is that you get to learn while you earn. You don't have to know it all right? I didn't know how anything fit. I hadn't even tried a single pair of ZYIA leggings or anything before I started, and it was all just a learning process. We have lots of great groups out there for sizing information and recommendations and things like that. So don't worry if this is something new to you, like it is for me and for so many other people that have signed up and just kind of, we just learn while we go. And I think that's amazing. So, all right, you guys, I'm going to go through the comments here and see if there's anything else that I missed. I don't want to keep you guys on here too long. So if there are any other questions, chat with your friend who invited you here. And the next step for you is, if you're ready, if you're like, okay, let's do this, go to your friend's website, your sponsor's website, and click that join button at the top. That way, when you go through the enrollment process, you will be tethered to her as, she'll be your mentor going forward. And that is just what kind of ties everybody together. You would get to go through your starter kit items right then and there during the enrollment, so you can pick your sizes and set up your direct deposit for your paycheck, and you'll be all set to go. Once you are official, then you can be added to like our training groups and all that great stuff going forward and really start your business. So thank you so much for taking the time today. I can't believe that my kids haven't come in. It's been 30 minutes. I don't even know what they're doing. They're quiet, which is weird and scary. So I'm gonna go check on them. But thank you all again. I hope that this was able to shine some light into our business and our brand and what you can expect from the ZYIA family. So thank you guys. Have a great day.